So today we'll be talking about everything you need to know about permanent eyebrows. I know you've been seeing it on people and probably you have one yourself, but today I'm going to be sharing with you a whole lot of things that you need to know, simple things that you need to know about permanent eyebrows and the benefits and the self-care. Anything and everything that you need to know. Meanwhile, probably you have questions for me concerning permanent eyebrows. Please leave comments in the comment section, and if there's anything that I did not touch in this video, please feel free to ask me and I will get back and answer your questions. Hi and welcome back to Indulge Body and Skincare. My name is Tony Okunaya, and on this channel we'll talk about anything beauty, body and skincare. And it's been a while that I filmed, and it's been due to reasons beyond my control, but I'm glad to be here right about now, and thank you for coming back to watch our video. Permanent eyebrow is the use of permanent makeup technique, which involves using a needle or special kind of needle anyways. A needle or blade, special kind of blade too, not the regular blade that we see in the market, special kind of blade to create hair-like strokes on your brows, with also the use of pigments, which is the natural color of your own hair. As with if you're trying to draw a natural brow with pencil, you use a brow pencil that is similar to the hair that you find on the person's brow, not something so much away. So the same way pigments are being used. The pigments are just essentially some kind of ink or color, let me put it that way, ink color in a way to inscribe, yes, let me put it that way, like just create hair-like stroke, individual hair-like stroke in between your brows, or using a dot-like approach to it, dotting in a kind of way and shading at the same time to create that either a pencil-like kind of brow, or the type that looks as if you have individual brows being drawn into your hair. And you must have been seeing that around, probably on Instagram or any other place, or even on someone else's face. So I'm going to be explaining the difference between all of the brows that I've mentioned in this video, and stay tuned if it's something that you're interested in. You should be, because you know what, brows define your face. Once you have your brows being done, you have almost little or nothing else to worry about concerning your makeup, because you are done. So here we'll be talking about 3 types of permanent eyebrows that are in the market right about now. So the first one I'm talking about here today is the microblading, the second, the micro shading or the ombre brows, and the third is most definitely going to be the combination brows, which we call the combo, and it's a combination of the microblading and the micro shading. I'm not going to confuse you, so stay tuned and get the difference, and I'm going to explain everything. Yes, everything. So microblading is the first type we're going to be talking about here. Microblading involves using a kind of blade, or some even use needles, a kind of needles, to draw that kind of stroke, independent or individual strokes of hair into your natural brows, and then they create it using pigment of the same color of your hair to create that strokes, and it makes your brow look as natural as possible. That is if you already have a semi-full brows. Microblading is good because it will just appear like they are inserting those individual strokes into your brows that is already existing there. That is the first type. The second type we'll talk about is the micro shading. It appears as if you're using pencil to just shade the brows. Sometimes it is done in a dot-like kind of way, but you will not notice that the dot will not be showing, because all of the dots would have been connected together, then appearing as if it's shaded like a pencil. And the front of that kind of brow, the micro shading / ombre brow, is called micro shading or ombre brow. So the micro shading / ombre brow type, the front is usually faded, that's why it's called ombre anyway. So it's either you call it ombre or micro shading. So the front is usually a little bit faded than the other part of the brow. The other part of the brow will be darker than the front part, so it imitates the natural hair strokes, and it looks beautiful and natural. Then the third one, which is the combination brow, which we also refer to as a combo brow, is a combination of the microblading and the micro shading. I particularly love the combo brow. The reason being that, for the combo brows, you see strokes of hair in the individual hair being created in the front part of the brow, while the rest of the brow appears like the pencil-like shading, except that this particular shading is done with pigment and not with pencil, which makes it to be able to last for that longer period of time. We're still going to come to the duration in which any of these brows really stay. However, those are the three classes, or the three main brows that we have when it comes to the semi-permanent brows, or that we're going to be talking about in this video. There are other types of brows that keep springing up from time to time. However, we are limiting us in this video to those particular three: the micro blading, the micro shading / the ombre, as well as the combination brows. So having said that, how long does the duration of this brow? I mean, for how long does it last when you have it on? Permanent brows or semi-permanent eyebrows are supposed to last between 24 months and 36 months. However, depending on your skin type, some people's skin retain more pigment than others. So if you have the skin type that retain a lot of pigment, it means that you are in luck. Your brows will last for as long as probably, that 24 months or even more. However, for it to last for that long, you have to complete the procedure of this permanent eyebrows. There are 2 times you should visit your PMU, that is your permanent makeup artist, for this procedure. The first time, they are going to create this particular procedure and ask you to come back within the next 5 to 6 weeks, and that is the second procedure. And after that second procedure, you don't need to go back to anybody. You just stay indoor or wherever you want to go with your beautiful brows, and it lasts you for about 24 months or more. Somehow, how long this brows is going to last you is dependent on you, because there are some aftercare procedure you must go through for your brows to be able to last for that long a period of time that it's supposed to last. I'm going to list a few here, and it is important. This particular part is very, very, very important, because some people come and say, oh, I did my brows at this place and at that other place and it didn't last for up to 24 months or blah 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 blah. Sometimes it's not the fault of the person that you did your makeup from, or the organization, or the outfit that you did it from. Sometimes it's the function of how you cared for it, because there are some aftercare procedures that you must strictly adhere to, and if you don't, you might not really get the result that you want to get, or probably see your brows lasting for that long a period of time that it's supposed to last for. So I'm going to be listing a few here, and please stay tuned. If you have questions, please leave your comments in the comment section, and I'm going to get right back to you. And if you've watched this video to this stage and you feel that it has been helpful to you one way or another, or you like this video, please feel free to drop that like and to click on that like button. And if you wish to subscribe to our channel, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to our channel and pass it on to someone that you feel might also need this video. In any case, so I'm going to be listing a few of these aftercare procedures. The first on my very list is that after doing the brows, you mustn't put water on it for about 7 days. I'm not talking about don't have a bath now. I'm saying that on that particular brows alone, don't let water touch it. You might touch every part of your face, but protect that particular axis from water. Then sometimes some people sweat a lot, which is normal. So if you are the type that sweat a lot, please just dab the area. If sweat, just like patch on the area for a bit, dab it, and ensure that you get rid of the sweat on that particular area. Then next on my list is that if you're applying your lotion or your cream or your face cream on your face, ensure to avoid the brow area still, because the pigment applied to sealing all of those natural thingy, or natural strokes of hair, the pigment is still trying to settle in and stay. So if you begin to go and apply product on it, of course, it might not last you for that long. So with your cream, also avoid that particular area. Just your brow. You can prune every other part of your face, excluding your brows. You know what I mean. Also, there's an aftercare ointment that you'll be given, and this aftercare ointment is basically for sometime if the brow is itchy. There's been some kind of scratching being done on your brow, so naturally at some point it begins to heal. So at that point where it is healing, you might feel some itching, or you might not even feel any itching. However, apply this particular ointment you're going to be given every night, or when it itches. every night or when it's itchy. So it's compulsory you apply this ointment just for your brows to be able to heal well and nicely and not look scaly or dry. Also, when your brow begins to scar, because it will begin to like appear like it's peeling up by itself, just as if you have a scratch on your body, and as it's healing is kind of peeling off. Please leave it to scar by itself. At that point, it might appear as if your brows are already fading. Just allow it to be. Don't peel it by yourself. If you feel you need to apply a little bit of pencil at that point, you can go ahead and do it, but trust me, it's going to come back. The brows, after those carving, you begin to see the brows will show very much again, to not look faded, to come out and show more. So leave it, let it scar by itself, and then after 5 weeks or 6 weeks, depending on the time that you are being asked to come back to the studio for that second procedure, please do go back for the second procedure, which is the last procedure that will make it last for that long. If you don't go back, I can't guarantee that it might last for that long. So go back to the studio or the place where you had it done in the first place, or wherever you choose to have it done the second time. Then the brows is seated right there with you for the next 24 months. Yes, I remember another question that I've always been asked. People ask that how much is permanent eyebrow. Some say, oh, it's expensive. Some come up with all sorts of things, but I can assure you that something that will last you for about 2 to 3 years, depending. Of course, you're going to have to pay well for it, so I'm not going to lie about that. But depending on who is asking, being expensive is relative to who is asking. So permanent eyebrow ranges from about 25,000 to about 45,000, depending on where you get it done and depending on what exact procedure you're doing. Microblading, for example, is cheaper than micro shading. Micro shading / ombre brow is cheaper than combination brow, which we call the combo brow. So all of these prices of things vary, and that price, that procedure, the exact procedure you're going for, will determine what is the price you're paying for it, and whoever is doing it for you will also determine how much. I'm going to say one more last thing about this brow before we actually round up this video. I've got some questions like, what am I going to recommend? When I send pictures to people of what each brows look like, they begin to ask me, what do I really recommend for people? Like I said in this video earlier, if you cut it, if you have brows already, like something that is there, that one can literally say that this person at least has a regular brow that is moderate, you can go for the microblading. The microblading, you just insert the strokes in and to look natural, like it's still a natural hair. Some pictures will be shown on this screen as I'm speaking right about now that will help you know what we refer to as microblading. You've seen pictures on the screen in a short while. Meanwhile, if you have minimal to non-existent hair on your brows, please feel free to go for the micro shading / ombre brow. It's going to really cover it up. Nobody will know that you don't have hair there, and it's just going to create that pencil-like looking brow that looks natural anyway. So, but still, if you have that kind of like regular kind of hair on your brows, you can also still go for the combination brows, which involve having strokes, natural strokes, that is microblading in front and then micro shading at the back. So that's my recommendation. I hope you can pick up the difference, and if you are still confused as to which you want to go for, please feel free to leave a comment with me in the comment section. And if you want to book a session, please also feel free to enter into my DM. My number will be seen or will be in the description column, so please just pick up the number and send me a WhatsApp message. A message you just do and we'll get back to you. But you are also in luck. Month of May is my birth month, and usually about this period of time to the 4th of May, which happens to be my day of birth, I like giving out something to my clients, customers, friends, whatever. So my viewers and subscribers, I'm bringing something to you. I'm going to be doing the combination brow, giving discount only on the combination brow. It's my favorite kind of brows, and it looks as good as natural. So I'm going to be giving discount on it at Indulge Studios and Spa, and instead of you paying 35,000 naira to get your brows done, you're going to be paying 25,000 naira. Yes, as against 35,000, I'm taking 10,000 naira off the combination brows, that is the combo brows, and you'll be paying 25,000 naira for it. If it's something you're interested in, please send me a direct message in my WhatsApp, and I will most definitely get back to you and give you a description of where our studio and spa is located. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned a thing or two, and until I come your way again, stay beautiful.